Triple M Grill Team.
Now, guys, Russia and the Ukraine, as we've been reading over the last couple of months, are on the brink of war. The Ukraine has just been pulled apart. We've got a situation where Russia, led by Vladimir Putin, is trying to basically reclaim old parts or old traditional regions which were Russia a long time ago. And it's just there's so much uncertainty, so much concern. There's Russian troops, Ukrainian separatists. It's all going down. Now, Peter Stefanovic's over there. He sent a tweet through this morning. He said, very tense on the outskirts of Slovyansk. I think I got that right. It's a city in Ukraine. We were just held by a dozen armed separatists, wanted our armour and told to delete pictures. And we've got Pete on the line right now. Pete, welcome to the Grill Team. I imagine it was a very nervous time for you.
Yeah, there was a couple of tense moments there, that's for sure. I mean, we were trying to get into this town of Slovyansk, which is a rebel stronghold in the east of Ukraine, but we pulled up to a checkpoint and got told to pull over. There were about 12 armed separatists there. They told us to get out of the van. One of the separatists had their assault rifle pointed at us for the whole time as we were questioned, asked who we were, where we'd come from, what we were doing. They went through our bags, went through our car, our van. They wanted to take our armour off us. They did take some of our protective equipment, and we were told to delete the pictures as well. And then after about 30, 40 minutes, lots of phone calls they were making to their commanders, I suppose. And then after that time, we were told to get out of town and let go. So that was fortunate for us, because most journalists, Western journalists who are here at the moment, are having difficulties with the pro-Russian separatists.
Pete, they've been locking people up and ask questions later. I mean, we had the situation, a well-known situation with the Pussy Riot band that basically released a punk song which was anti-Putin. They just locked them up and threw away the key and let them out when they liked. Yeah,
so some reporters here at the moment too are getting heavily intimidated by being abducted and being blindfolded, and some have even been beaten as well around these sorts of areas too. So it's a very hot scene at the moment. It's very tense at the moment, particularly because the Ukrainian military units are attacking some of these pro-Russian strongholds like Slovyansk, and it's only really going to continue until a referendum this weekend, and maybe even beyond that to the Ukrainian presidential election in a couple of weeks' time.
Pete, you had the gun in your face for 40-odd minutes. Did you feel for your life, and is it time now for you to say thanks a lot, Channel 9, but I'm out of here?
No, I mean, I actually didn't see the bloke. It was just picked up on a dashboard camera that the driver of our van had just put there. He'd had in his van, so I didn't see him with his gun on us, and I only saw that later when I thought, oh, okay.
You've been the European correspondent for a long time now, and as Gussie said, there is an element of danger. Often we see you on the dream job, and we'd all say, oh, man, imagine being over there doing that like Peter Stefanovic does. But there is a real element of danger, and I suppose incidents like these just kind of bring that home.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've done a couple of stories and been in a few environments where this has been the case, where you do get a lot of intimidation from people because there's a lot of propaganda flying about thick and fast every day. It's very difficult to know who's telling the truth. And so that's why we try to get into these places such as Slovyansk to see what's going on. But no, it's something that I feel is important, so I'm not ready to throw the towel in just yet, mate.
Yeah, it's a difficult one over there, Pete, at the moment. We don't see any resolution. As you said, there's an important vote coming up. It seems like half the country, the Ukraine, want to go, especially in those old traditional lands, want to go back to Russia, and a lot of the Ukrainians want to go west. And I suppose what you're after here is a peacemaker, and may I suggest David Gingell and James Packer?
A few people had hoped, had spoken to me on Twitter today, hoping that things don't escalate to that level here, but I think it's well beyond that.
Well, you know both men very, very well. Pete, who would you have the money on in the rematch?
Mate, I don't know. I might just have to flip a coin on that one and see which one turns up.
I think that's a sensible response, Pete.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Pete. You take care of yourself, mate.
Well, Pete said off earlier, kick his brother's ass, Carl. So that's,
yeah, he'd do that. Yeah.
Peter Stefanovic doing great work in Ukraine at the moment.
The Triple M Grill Team.